Numbness and tingling down the arm, neck pain, just overall tension. In this week's Muscle of the Week breakdown, I'm going to be covering a very important group of muscles called the scalenes, and more specifically when there can become what's called a nerve entrapment inside those muscles. What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Matt Maggio, creator of the Peak Method, founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution, where we show massage therapists how to easily double their income, all while working less and being taken seriously as a healthcare provider. Today, in my weekly breakdown of muscles, I want to go over some really important muscles in the neck, specifically the scalenes. So there's three groups of the scalene muscles. There's the anterior, the middle, and the posterior. And I think the scalenes cause a lot of dysfunction in the neck, can cause a lot of problems. Another issue that happens is nerves can actually get entrapped in there. I call them the nerve roots. And a big problem, what a lot of people miss, is a nerve entrapment, basically from the C5 all the way down to the T1. So it's like C5, C6, C6, C7, C7, C8, almost forgot my numbers, and T1. And a lot of times those can contribute to a lot of problems in there. So nerve entrapments are really common. They can cause a lot of different problems. You can get nerves entrapped in 256 different places in the body. That's a lot of places. And a lot of times nerve entrapments present with things like numbness, aching, burning, tension. And a lot of times with bad posture, we spend so much of our life here, these scalenes just get really beat up. Now, as I said, the scalenes is three groups of muscles: anterior, posterior, and middle. Now, the middle is about twice the size of the other scalenes, and more likely you're going to find dysfunction in there, but you can find some dysfunction in the anterior and the posterior as well. I don't tend to find as much dysfunction in the anterior scalenes as much, unless there's like a trauma or some type of accident. But most of the time we're going to find it in the middle and the posterior scalenes, and those can really show up with a lot of different dysfunctions throughout the entire process. Like I said, you can even have carpal tunnel caused by that. You could have shoulder problems, neck problems, everything like that. But the problem is these scalenes are really difficult to find. They're difficult to get to, and a lot of times people end up being too compressive on it. So what I want to show this week is actually a breakdown of me palpating these scalenes, finding what's in there and helping you find some landmarks to locate it. And I'll even show a video of me treating some of it as well to really help to give you some ideas about how to effectively treat this. Because in a lot of unresolved neck problems, neck cases, just dysfunction, this area gets missed a lot. And if people are treating it, a lot of times they're just compressing the hell out of it and they're pushing too hard. And we tend to think with the client, like if they're feeling a lot of pain, we must be doing something. No, 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 no. You're not. So watch this palpation video, watch the treatment, and then we'll wrap it up in the end. We're going to be treating the nerve roots at scalenes. I wanted to show here with the model, just so you can get a better idea of how the setup is. The key here is we're only going to be going a very short distance, but when these nerve roots are really caught up and create a lot of problems with overall functioning of the neck, can cause some pain down the shoulder, back through here as well. So symptom location is really key. And when you're seeing a limited test, when they're doing that upper cervical functional test, what's going to happen is it's going to refer some pain there. So if you can clean these up, it's going to make a big difference. So coming a little closer here. So the way that I'm going to set up is you're going to have the client right here, and the top of their shoulder blades will be right off the edge of the table. And then you're basically going to have your hands cradled just like this. And this, say we're treating the left side, so the top hand is going to be our support hand. So what I like to do is I count some landmarks from where we go, and then down. So we go down here, and the first one you're going to find is at C7. So I want you to go 7, 6, 5, 4. And that's where you're going to hold and cradle. And it's going to go just like this. And then you're going to bring the other hand around just like that. And then everything is going to be nice and supported. And you're going to be able to fulcrum and open that up. Because what we're treating in here is these nerve roots, and the scalenes go over top. So this will really help you with the palpation. So we're going to create a fulcrum. You see how my hands are here, and what you're going to do is open it up just like that. You have a little bit of tension, and we're going to go in and feel on each one of these nerve roots, and we're going to find the area that's the least compressible, because that's where that scar tissue is. So what you're going to do is sink in and see what you feel. So first you'll have the C5, C6, then you'll have C6, C7, and then C7, C8. Those are the three that you're going to work in there. So when you find the one that compresses the least, that's where you're going to want to treat. So the way the treatment is going to work, you're going to be in just like this, and what you're going to do is start them in neutral, and say we're going to treat the C6, C7. So we're right here, my thumb is here, and we're going to use the pads of our thumb to open it up this way. That's going to allow us to get in there. We're going to be nice and relaxed. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some depth with a pec push into there. And then we're going to come out just a little bit. Normally we come out 10 to 20% when we're treating just scar tissue, but since this nerve is here and it's deep, we're only going to come out 5%. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your tension with a body lean like that. You're going to get right over top of that. And you want to pause just before that happens and hold that. And the way the motion is going to work is you're going to take this left foot, and this is going to be your push foot, and your right foot is going to pull. So what you'll feel is a slight push and a slight pull as I bring it through just like that. And we're not going very far as we go through because we're only treating that one level as we go in there. And only treating that one level as we go in there. So this is actually going to be what's called that internal slide. So when you set it up just like this, you're here, your depth comes with your pec push, your tension comes with your body, and you're gonna push with that left foot and pull with that right, and you're gonna force that to roll over your thumb, but you're not gonna move your thumb and it's gonna come from there. So I'm gonna show what it looks like on an actual client. So once again, positioning, you're gonna have them come to the edge of the table, just like that, one more scoot back. So their shoulders are here and your head's gonna be cradled in here. First step you always wanna do is have them tuck their hands under their butt. It's gonna help everything relax. So say we're treating that left side like we said, this right hand is gonna be there. We're gonna go in and count. We're gonna have C7, C6, C5, C4. I'm gonna create that knife edge and just hold there and see how it's nice and supported there. From there, and now the next one we're gonna go in and we're gonna start to palpate those different regions. So we wanna use this thumb as a fulcrum to open it up as we're palpating. And we're gonna sink in first, and that's 5, 6. Just push with that pec and see, is that compressing or not? Then work our way down. That's 6, 7. And then we're gonna go 7, 8. In whichever area feels like it's not compressing enough, that's where that scar tissue is. So let's say this one's at C6, C7. I'm gonna start here nice and neutral. My arms are nice and relaxed on my side. And what I'm gonna do is take this right hand and push it into my left. That allows my thumb to sink in there nice and easy. Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get some depth by pushing with my pec, and my tension is going to be that body lean. I'm gonna be nice and loaded, and as we said, I'm gonna push with this left leg and pull with the right, and we're gonna go nice and easy, and I'm gonna keep that pressure and that tension and let that slide over my finger. I'm not sliding my finger, I'm letting it come to me because that is internal slide, not external slide. So the key is palpate it under tension. Once it's there, you're gonna fulcrum that in, nice and relaxed, and you're gonna get that pec push for your depth and a body lead for the tension. And then you're gonna push with this left and pull with that right and have it go through just like that. Good. You enjoyed that video. Now these muscles are really important, and when the nerves get stuck in there, you must fix that dysfunction. You can see in the video how deliberate and how precise and how slow I am getting there, palpating, finding your landmarks, because landmarks really give you an idea of where you are, because if you can't find the muscle, you can't find the dysfunction, you can't fix it. And this is what happens a lot with massage therapists and a lot of other just soft tissue practitioners are, we're so quick to want to get in there and just deliver treatment right away. But when you can slow down, feel the tissue, find it, not be in a rush. I always say this and I keep drilling this home. You have to go slow in order to go fast. And slow down, think about the anatomy. Go back and look at some of those anatomy books. One of my favorites is the Trail Guide. I just looked at that before this video and I was like, oh shit, that middle scalene is twice the size of the other ones. We forget that, we're so out of touch with anatomy and palpation and everything like that, and it can cause bigger problems. So getting to the root cause of what's going on is going to make a big difference. And these scalenes are just dysfunctional, and pretty much anybody that comes in with neck, shoulder, or even mid-back pain, a lot of times when they're inflamed, they can also give pain behind the shoulder blade as well. And if you can find it, you can fix it. You're going to be in a whole different upper echelon of other providers out there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoy making these every week. If you have any muscles you want us to cover, any feedback or anything you want to learn directly from me, send me a message. As always, we do offer free training. If you want to find out about that, all the information is on whatever you're watching this in our profiles. It gives you information to our free training to get a better idea going from becoming a service provider to a solutions provider. And no bullshit, we do help massage therapists double their income all while working less. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is the case where you can go to becoming that solutions provider. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you like it, give it a comment, like, or share, and send me a message. Always here to help, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.